Yes, my name is Charles Njagi from Office of Registrar Political Parties. I am the coordinator for Nyahururu office. Nyahururu office happens to be the 12th regional office that is established by the Office of Registrar Political Parties. Today we under an interactive forum with various stakeholders from state agencies, from NGOs, from CBOs, FBOs, our sister company, our sister institution like IEBC, and we have deliberated on many issues when they organized this event for us to engage on possible areas of collaboration or potential areas of whereby we can partner. And among them, we have deliberated. We have had a lengthy discussion or a lengthy engagement with the stakeholders, and we have agreed that going forward, each and every institution or each and every stakeholder is going to play a key role in engagement of the political parties officials. We have also agreed that going forward, we are going to have a working relationship with the other stakeholders on the way on fostering the democracy for our country. Simply because when you look at the level where we are as a country today, we are towards the general election, and Office of the Registrar of Political Parties plays a key role in when it comes to political arena or electoral processes. So we have agreed that we build a very serious close working relationship whereby we can partner and get to mwananchi, to train them, to sensitize them on their roles in the political processes and electoral processes, even sensitizing the special interest groups, especially the youth, the women, the people living with disabilities, minority and marginalized communities, and on issues and advocacy, on how they can be inclusivity, or they can be included in the political processes, leadership, governance. So we have deliberated on many issues, and we believe that going forward, we have identified the county commissioner as the chair of this forum, whereby we'll be engaging so that we can have a lasting lasting solution to what we are advocating for. So going forward, we also wish to encourage the media fraternity to join us in this collaborative measure, because we can't reach to the general mwananchi to feed them with the necessary information that they need without their roles or without having them on board. And finally, I want to maybe end by giving the key focus of Office of Registrar Political Parties right now. Our key mandate actually is to register political parties. Right now we are receiving a lot of applications, but perhaps because we are towards the general elections, so we are receiving a lot of applications, and that's our mandate, number one, to register political parties. We also administer political parties funds. We also ensure that the political parties that are already registered are in compliance with the law. That's our key mandate as Office of Registrar of Political Parties. However, the reason as to why we engage in other stakeholders is the sensitization part, whereby we can collaborate and engage the general public, or the people that the targeted groups like the SIGs on the key areas that they can improve, or rather how they can work for them to improve on the representations, especially in the county governments and the national governments. Thank you.
My name is Josephine Njiri. I work with IEBC, and I'm based in the Laikipia County. For us, ORPP is like a sister to us, because there are things they must do for us to take on our responsibilities as the independent and boundaries commission. Yeah, like for instance, when there is a candidate registration, we can't move a step further without having them at hand with us, because number one, for candidate registration to succeed, we must have the political parties registered by the ORPP, the Office of Registrar of Political Parties. Another thing, we must work hand in hand with them, because they have to even provide certificates for the candidates for them to be registered by the IEBC. Another thing that we do, we must have forums with them because we must inform the candidates of what they're supposed to have for them to be registered as the candidates, for them to become a eligible candidate. Before maybe they are registered, you don't give them the name of the candidate as a candidate. That's an aspirant. And for the aspirant to become a candidate, he or she must be registered and get a certificate from the ORPP office, and then they come to us for registration. Yes, we do a lot of civic education, but with funding. But currently we don't have the policy makers, and there is no any activity we can do based on us having the policy makers. So what we are waiting for, we are waiting for the petitions that are ongoing. We get eligible commissioners. That is when we are going to launch the operations like voter registration. There is also the verification of the voters, and then the voters are going to get what? They are going to get eligible for voting, and that is how the elections are going to be successful, and these candidates are going to be elected. Yes.
I'm Evelyn Gadhieri, Chair Lady Persons with Disability Organization Nyandarua. Today we held a stakeholders meeting with the Office of Registrar Political Parties, and as a person with disability, we feel left out in most of the affairs and duties being done in political parties, and we would wish that each and every political party have inclusion, because inclusion is all we are fighting about. Inclusion makes people understand the challenges that persons with disabilities go through, and participation also. We are requesting for inclusion for participation purposes, so that everything that is going on, persons with disability must participate, regardless the challenge, regardless the difficulties.
Move forward to undertake our mandate as Office of the Registrar of Political Parties. So welcome you officially as we begin this program today. Priority is inclusive political participation. My brother there, I know, is of the so-called marginalized, or the underrepresented groups. You obviously must have mapped you as institutions. How do we collaborate? We want to move from where we are today to the next step, where now we want that to be shared by the county. Meet together or compromise together at some point. You know, the entire system, from the time that the political party is registered, to the time that and the aspirations of Kenyans today, and how indeed you can also collaborate with the county commissioner of this county, and also the neighbor county candidate. This candidate, of course, is sworn in. The president at the National Assembly and also at the County Assembly, and of course some are nominated. We'll begin at around 8:30. We will tell you that, and also we also come into that line. We also want to the political rights, political education, and any other information that relates to governance and matters politics. A very robust regulation of political parties. Parties have to come environment, and a conducive environment where every Kenyan can coexist, and also where we talk, have a round table talk, get your views as we present ourselves. That following any order, based on the presentation that I've highlighted, our areas of focus. Our focus, as I've said, is basically on inclusive politics. Then eventually just brief presentation. Then you are going to have a plenary session where now we can. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for committing your time to be here. That politics stops. Politics and governance go hand in hand. What do you call it? Voter education, right? But at times you also work for those during election when you have those employees. As I've said, for us, politics slave living are fully registered. These are parties that have met all the requirements set by law, parties that are giving services to wananchi, some of which, about 40% of those parties, of youth, women, and the PWDs, all next phase of prevention. And that is where ORPP comes in. We should like to hear your insights. Based on our priorities, how do we come in? How do we work together? How do we collaborate as the institution?